Everyone, Dan Kaplan here at SC Magazine headquarters in New York, and I'm here with Eva Chen, who is the founder and CEO of Trend Micro. Eva, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, absolutely. You talked a little bit about some of the new stuff that Trend is up to, especially from the cloud security front. Can you talk about that?
Yes, for cloud security, we have two parts. One is we call it security from the cloud, utilizing the cloud computing capability of processing a lot of unstructured data and providing the protection from the cloud. The second part is what we are announcing recently, that is protection for the cloud. For corporations that are building their private cloud using virtualization, they need a specialized virtualization server protection. And for company that trying to utilize the public cloud, they also need to have a specialized protection that can move their security policy to the public cloud. So those are protection from the cloud and protection for the
For
cloud.
the cloud, both. And it's really the wave of where computing is heading right now. Are you finding that a lot of organizations are requesting that sort of model from you? You know, they want their malware protection services to be delivered via the cloud, and they're also as far as the way they're doing their computing is going toward the cloud.
Yeah, absolutely. From the protection from the cloud part, the best benefit for the user is lighter and faster. Lighter because the agent, you don't need to download all this big pattern file, and therefore it's much lighter. They can put it onto the netbook, put it onto the smartphone, and therefore it's much better. And it's faster because we update the cloud signature every 15 minutes. Normally, you cannot download a pattern file every 15 minutes.
Sure.
So a lot of companies are seeing that benefits of protection from the cloud. And on the other hand, we also seeing a lot of companies are requesting about virtualization security. I think 60% of the company reply saying that they were having some project going on with virtualization, and their major concern is about security. So both sides we're seeing a lot of requests.
We've been writing a lot here at SC Magazine on some of this data stealing malware which is out there. I know you guys just had an announcement around some threat protection services, but talk to me generally about these Trojans which are having difficulty getting picked up and detected by, I'm sure Trend and all the other AV providers struggle with this stuff because
Yes.
they're constantly changing the code. The variants are so innumerable. This is a real risk, though, right? I mean, this is bad stuff out there that's trying to steal banking Trojans. What can people do?
Right, this is really very dangerous because they are very stealthy. And before, if you have just one computer infected with virus, you probably think that's okay. It's just one computer goes down. But now, if you have only one computer infected, it's a data stealing malware, then it could ruin your whole company's reputation. But this malware, they are so stealthy that they will keep on changing itself every day or even every few seconds. They starting to download another component and it changes itself. So traditional pattern matching technology cannot catch them. The only way to catch them is through, we call it the reputation. If you can know this malware is connecting to certain IP addresses or certain hosts that is known to be controlled by the hacker, then you can catch it. So our threat management services is by monitoring the network traffic and seeing if an infected client is connecting to the criminal ring, then you can immediately say, that machine going to the wrong side now. We need to isolate it and clean it up.
So a lot of these machines, when they get botted, they have this communication through back to the hacker, so
Yes.
you can see that this bad traffic is going on. But don't they do a good job of mixing that up with genuine, legitimate traffic to fool you that way? I mean,
Usually, because we have these reputation services, we have email reputation, web reputation, file reputation. All those reputation correlate with each other and update very fast. And therefore, if we catch one spam mail, we immediately take that IP address of the spammer, adding to the email reputation. We extract the URL inside there, adding to the web reputation. we download the file and add those files to the file reputation, and we analyze the file. Inside, there's a lot of IP addresses. We add it back to the email reputation and web reputation. All this happening very fast in the cloud, and therefore, I think we are in a much better chance and a much better position to find all these bots and all this criminal ring.
Hope so. And you mentioned in our meeting off camera that that the AV companies are trying to take back some of the control from the attackers here and maybe get the upper hand.
Yes.
Is that something that is conceivable?
Yes, I think with cloud computing, botnet is actually a malicious cloud. But before, antivirus vendor are not using the cloud power. But with Trend Micro Smart Protection Network, we were the first one to introduce using the cloud computing power. And now a lot of security vendor are using this cloud computing. I think we have better chance now.
And finally, just to wrap up, there's been a lot of calls from some in the industry that the companies who make security products need to do a better job of making more trusted solutions, more robust solutions. They need to innovate better. Do you find that there is a lack of innovation across the security technology space, and what is Trend doing to meet that demand for innovative products?
I think to be able to innovate, first you need to confront the brutal fact. Brutal fact means that if your product is not doing a good job, you need to admit it and then really look at the real problem that is causing the user problem and tackle that problem. I think in the past few years, the security vendor are competing on, say, detection rate. It's a marketing things. It really, who have better detection rate does not relate to if you really protect the user. And therefore, it was lack of innovation. But now, I think for Trend Micro, we really look at the problem and tackle the problem. I think that is the source of innovation. And every security professional nowadays need to wake up. The infrastructure is changing. The whole cloud computing is the whole infrastructure change. When infrastructure change, there's new vulnerability in the infrastructure, and we need to tackle those problems. There's plenty of places for innovation and providing a safer place for people to exchange digital information.
Well, Trend's doing something right. First time last year, $1 billion in global revenue. So certainly making some inroads globally as well as in the U.S. as well. So Eva Chen, co-founder and CEO of Trend Micro, appreciate you being with us.
Thank you, Dan.
Thanks to everyone for joining us.